Hey everybody, and welcome back to Life with Lolo. It is time for our weekly recap of Sistas. This is season 4, episode 15, and it's titled We Know Enough. Alright, y'all, real quick before I jump into this recap review, if you are not already subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button along with the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. And if you end up liking this recap review, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button for me. Alright, y'all, so it picked right back up where it left off last week. But let me tell y'all how I'm so tired of Tyler Perry's inconsistencies in this show. Like, we're gonna get to it in a second, but let's get to where it picked up at, child. So they fighting, so they tussling and stuff, like bop bop bop, boom boom boom, chicky, hating, getting his ass beat. Basically, I mean, it looked like for a second it was a crash test dummy. There, it was like flying all over the place, was flopping. I was like, Tyler, that's the best we could have did, but whatever, child. Anyway, hating like security, because you know he's sweating and stuff. He hot, his big ass suit is getting him all tangled up and stuff like that. So security finally come, child, after maybe like 5-10 minutes. They come. They get Zach all like choked up, well, not choked up, but you know, hemmed up and stuff like that. Zach could have easily got out of that because them guys look like they was this big without no muscles, child. It was tragic. But Zach was like, you a little bitch, whatever like that. I got your ass, you little bitch. And so Hayden like, you going to jail. And Jack like, shit, I was raised in jail. What you talking about? I ain't scared of no damn jail. My mama gave birth to me while I was in jail. Jail run through my veins and stuff like that. He didn't say all that, but he did say he wasn't scared of jail. Andy like, oh my God, Hayden, no, don't do this. I'm like, girl, shut up. This man just got his ass beat on camera and in front of all his coworkers. You think he ain't calling the cops? Girl, bye. Anyway, so Zach like, I swear to God, something happened to Fatima. It's gonna be your ass. I swear to God. So he like, whatever, you're still ghetto and you're acting like a damn animal. And so then Zach like, what? I'm acting like a chimpanzee. So he ready to fight him again, but you know, security got him all hemmed up and stuff like that. And he begging again and stuff. Child, and now hating mad at Andy. I'm like, what's going on here? Anyway, but Zach like, he ain't got no life. No. Zach was mad at Andy because she was like, well, you making it worse. You're making it worse or whatever like that. You trying to make him leave you alone or whatever. He not going to leave you alone because you just made it worse. And so Zach like, that man ain't got no life. He ain't got no life. That's why he always all up on me and Fatima and stuff like that or whatever. He ain't got no life. That's why he terrorizing us and whatever. And so then, child, why Karen show up? I said, child, what's going on here? What's going on? Zach like, nothing, man, nothing. So she like, it don't look like nothing. And so then the cops roll up. She like, oh my God. You know how she be all judgy and shit. So then the cops asking questions. Hey, and like, this man came up into my place of business and he started attacking me or whatever. And so the cops like, is this true? He asked Andy. Here go Andy. I mean, they were both fighting each other. And so Hayden like, really? Like, we got cameras here. I'm like, girl, you a whole lawyer who done worked at this law firm for how long? And you don't know it's cameras? Girl, stop playing with me. But anyway, she's like, oh my God. So then they finally take Zach away and whatever. He's steady jumping, you know, whatever, making Hayden scared and stuff like that. Andy cussing out Hayden like, get the fuck out my face, girl, all this other stuff. I'm like, girl, you forgot you was at work, but okay, I digress. Anyway, they going to Andy's office, Karen and Andy, and she like, what had happened? And Andy like, well, I don't think, she was like, you know, I came up here to talk to you, but I didn't expect all this drama. I'm like, girl, the drama ain't for you. Like, this ain't got nothing to do with you. So, and then nobody tell you to just pop up at somebody's job. Like, who does that? But anyway, she like, well, just tell me what happened, Andy. So then Andy tell her what happened. She was like, oh. She was like, that's all you gotta say is, oh, okay. She was like, well, you know, I don't even know who my baby daddy is, so who can I judge or whatever like that. I can't judge nobody because, you know, they say the dates was too close together. I had slept with Zach on Tuesday and then I had slept with Aaron on Thursday, and so I just don't know who my baby daddy is or whatever, and I just don't know, you know. And so Andy was like, I'm so sorry. I was like, Andy, no. What you sorry for, girl? You ain't do nothing. She the one who slept with 2 people, no protection, girl. STDs? Have we not heard of them? But anyway, and she had caught a couple from Zach. All right. Anyway, so she like, how did I get here? And she like, you love the man friend. Love. Oh my God. Love. And so she was like, it's going to be okay. Aaron going to be a good father. But I don't want Aaron to be the daddy. I don't want him to be the daddy. She was like, well, I mean, but he a good man. Well, I don't care. I don't know him well enough for him to be the father of my children. I'm like, But you knew him well enough to sleep with him without no condom. Oh, okay. But anyway, she was like, girl, what you need to do, you just need to relax for you and that baby, okay? You got your sister circle. We gonna be here to support you or whatever like that. You know, she was like, I understand. But I love that man. What if I just can't let him go? You know, she was like, well, you know, girl, you need to let him go. Like, he has moved on. You got to let it go or whatever. She was like, I don't know. Like, I'm just, whatever. You know, I'm just so confused. And Andy like, yeah, I understand because I live in the land of confusion. She was like, you talking about you and Gary? Look, this ain't about me and Gary, girl. This is about you and you not knowing who the father of your child is, okay? She was like, well, whatever. You know, I didn't even know I was going to come here. I just came here and I just don't even know how the car led me to your office space and then put me in the parking lot. And then I walked up the steps or the elevator and I got here and then here I am. You know, she like, well, you know, I say you just get that man a try. Okay, just get that man a try. And she was like, all right. Well, I'm going to go. Okay. She was like, girl, call that man. All right. I'm going to call him. So then she leave out. Andy ends up calling Robin, leaving a message for him to call her back. And then Karen outside Andy's office calls Aaron and invites him over to her apartment. So then we see Bio. He calls Bree up. She's smiling ear to ear, whatever like that. And he lets her know that the flowers were all delivered to the hospitals. And he got pictures of all like the hospital people or whatever smiling and stuff like that. And she is all overjoyed and stuff because she was like, they were very beautiful. I'm glad they liked them and they accept them and stuff like that. He want to know when he could see her again. And she like, well, I don't know because I got to see my friends tonight. And he like, oh, okay, all right, well, just let me know. And he was like, well, because we can meet up at the restaurant or my place. She was like, well, no, my place is fine. We can meet at my place. He was like, okay, bet, boo. I just want you to be comfortable and stuff like that. And so then he was being all romantical and stuff. And then they had hung up. Danny at home, she's trying to get ready and stuff like that so she can go meet the circle, even though they were supposed to be for lunch, but then they meet me for dinner and then ciao bye. Anyway, Preston ends up calling her on the phone and he like, I'm at the door to get my stuff. And she like, what? Why you at the door to get your stuff? Because you had said in the morning time. So anyway, she brings him into the house and then she let him know, like, you said the morning time, so why you popping up at night? Like, what you wanted to see if somebody was over here? And so, I mean, she didn't really say all that, but that's what she was implying. So then he like, well, no, I just came to get my stuff. She was like, well, you could keep on going with that Zach stuff. That ain't going to get you nowhere. And he was like, I just wanted to really just get my stuff. So then he go in the box and he see a shirt that don't belong to him. So he like, this ain't even mine or whatever. Like, you got dudes coming in and out of here like that. She was like, maybe I do, maybe I don't, but that ain't your business. So then he stalling. You could feel like the tension in the room or whatever. It wasn't like bad tension. It was like confusion tension and like romantical tension and sexual tension because you know they just want to like that. But they didn't do all that. And so she was like, unless you got something else to say, like the door's right there. And so he said he had something else to say. In come Bree messing it all up. So then he just ended up leaving. Bree like, well, we can talk about it on the ride to Andy's and stuff like that. And my thing is, like, you got a key and everything, but can we not ring a doorbell or something? Like, you just can't be popping in. Like, what if she was wild chicky wow with Preston? Like, I mean, you would have saw a whole bunch of ass and titties and some ding-a-lang, because that'd be on you because you just want to use your key to come inside my house or my apartment. No, don't do that. Don't do that. But anyway, they end up going grocery shopping. At the apartment, we see Calvin. He all like, oh, man, I'm about to go into a food coma. That food was so good, man. It was so good, man. And, you know, Maurice like, it was all right. I mean, it was all right. Could have put a little more salt on it, bitch. Okay. So then he like, okay. And so Calvin, he like, well, you know, since I heard Q's story, I'm willing to let him stay here or whatever like that. And Maurice like, bitch, what? No. Like, you fell for that sob story and stuff like that. I don't care about his story. Like, he's a whole bank robber. Like, I have no sympathy for him. And so Calvin like, Q, don't pay attention to me or Maurice. You can go ahead and sleep on the couch, okay? So he was like, all right, thank you, man, thank you. And so Calvin, he ends up going, because he said he going out to party. He got on his little helium pants and he going out to party or whatever like that. So it's just Q and Maurice. So Maurice real stank and real nasty with Q, which I understand and stuff like that. But he treated him like he a slave or something like that. So the only way you could stay here is if you don't talk. You had my meals cooked. Now go on in the kitchen and wash them dishes, bitch. So I said, no. You ain't talking to me like that. I mean, shit, I know I ain't got a pot to piss in, but goddamn it, I can piss. Like, no. Anyway, we see Aaron. He ends up over at what's the girl name? Karen house with some ice cream and stuff like that. And she ends up telling him that she talks to Andy and she knows that she not over Zach. And Aaron like, newsflash, like I already knew that, but I'm glad you finally came to the realization that you're not over that man or whatever like that. And so she like, I know you will be an amazing father. However, I don't want you to be the father of my child because I don't know you very well or whatever like that. And so he looking like the same way I was looking because I'm like, y'all went through like all that stuff and then y'all slept together without a condom, but you saying you don't know him that well, but you always got him in your apartment at all times of the night. Like, how about you get to know this man before you just throw this man out? Like, girl, whatever. So he like, well, you know, we good people, and I know we both would step over bad to do good. Like, but I understand what you're saying. Like, we don't really know each other, but I would do whatever you want me to do. And she like, what? Why would you do that? He was like, because I love you. She was like, don't you think it's a little too soon to say we love you or whatever like that? And I'm like, yeah, girl, because it's only been, what, like 2-3 weeks or 4 seasons? I mean, shit, who counting? But anyway, but in Tyler world, it's more like, I mean, it's 4 seasons, but it's more like a month. They only knew each other for a month. I mean, they moving fast and stuff like that. But some relationships move fast like that. You know, people meet each other on Tuesday and then they get married on Wednesday. And you like, wait, where this person come from? Like, huh? And then you like, we just met at the club. You know, it was so romantical. And then like 5 years later, they all on fatal. Never mind. I watch too much true crime. But anyway, y'all, he was like, and I know you love me too, Karen. And so she was like, what? I love you. She was like, yeah, because I see it in your eyes. I see it in your heart. And I can feel it, girl. You don't feel that love pulling me close to you? And she was like, no, I don't know what that you feeling, because I don't know that I love you the way you love me, or I feel the way I feel you feel about me or whatever like that. He was like, look, I know what it is, but when you figure it out, then okay. And she like, because our foundation was like real shaky and stuff. And he was like, yeah, it was. And I'm like, hell yeah, it was, girl. I don't even know why you still talking to him, because the everything that had happened, like the ex-wife shooting herself in front of you, like the dude, the brother coming in to try to kill you, and like that was too much. That was just way too much. But she stayed around, child, but couldn't be me. Anyway, she asked him for some ice cream and some pickles, and she like, oh, I really am pregnant. I said, girl, you is 4 weeks pregnant. Child, you know them people who be like 2 weeks pregnant, and they talking about, oh, my back hurt, oh, my titties getting bigger. Bitch, you barely got a goddamn sesame seed in your belly if you don't stop playing with me. But anyway, y'all, that's what they was talking about. We see Andy, she on the phone losing with the judge or whatever like that, because she's still trying to get Fatima out of jail. So then Robin, he showed up with his little goofy ass. I don't like Robin. I don't like Robin. I don't know what it is, but I just don't like him. I don't know why I don't like him, but it's something about Robin that I just don't like. And then next week's episode, I just feel like I'm not going to like him even more. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this is where the continuity of Tyler need to get it together, because Andy was talking to Robin and basically telling Robin what was going on or whatever, and how she want him to help her get Fatima out. And she was like, it's almost close a business or whatever. And I'm like, didn't she already say it was closed? Like, it was closed a business when she had left Fatima in the jail. So like everything that happened, it ain't reached 5 o'clock, or like what is this close the business time? Like, somebody tell me, because close the business time to me is 5 o'clock, sometimes 4:30. But it's just, I'm like, when you left the jail, you had said, oh shoot, it's closed a business, and you had ran up out of there. But then the fight had happened, and then like all this other stuff had happened. So how you still talking to the judge? The judge would have been already home, and the clerk and stuff. Like, I just, y'all let me know. But anyway, she basically asked Robin to get Fatima out of jail because it's against Hayden. Of course, Robin don't like Hayden. He think he a prick and stuff like that. So he was like, oh, I would have paid money to see that happen. And then she asked him about Zach. And then he like, well, if he got a record, I don't know, it might be a little bit harder to get him out, but you go down into the jail and go get her, and then I'll work on Zach or whatever. So she was like, okay, bet. And of course, he wanted something from her or whatever. And so she was like, well, if you get both of them out, I'll make it worth your while. And she using her doe eyes and her big, well, her boobs ain't all that big, but she was pushing them out. And I'm like, girl, wasn't you just talking about in one of the seasons how you don't use your good looks and everything to get what you want, but here you are using your good looks and everything to get what you want? Oh, okay. But anyway, we see Hayden. He calls Gary up and he's telling Gary like, yo, dude is here or whatever. And Gary, another failure of continuity of care, because wouldn't Gary be home? Because then Gary already leave for the day. I swore he left for the day in the last episode. But he back at work, child. And so he like, oh, okay. And so Hayden, like, they hooking up. Man, I already told you what I feel. I already told you what I feel like they doing. I already told you what I feel. And so Hayden, like, I can't stand his ass. He I know he's screwing her. I know he having sex with her. And he probably having sex with Fatima. I said, he ain't having sex with no goddamn Fatima. What? So, what had happened, child? So he was like, Hayden was like, well, I think he already came back for child Andy. And so he was like, but that's a problem or something like that. And so Hayden trying to figure out if he using client settlement money to come back and forth, because Hayden doesn't know that Robin is the head honcho of, like, he the owner of the business or whatever like that, or the head partner or whatever, child. He don't know that. So he think he's taking settlement money and flying back and forth because he like, well, his office is in London. Why the hell he here? So then Gary like, oh, bet, give me all of that information, give me that. And so then Hayden like, well, what did you find out? And so Gary like, well, Jake had said Zach was on the up and up. Hayden like, that's bullshit. Ain't no way he got that goddamn lucky. He was like, well, still had your FCC dude check in on it. So Hayden like, well, man, this some petty shit. What do you say? Remind me not to steal your bike. I was like, not the Debo shit. But anyway, so Hayden like, what you saying? This some petty bullshit? And so Gary like, I don't know what it is, man, but I'm just saying. But I'll have my dude look into it. And so then they hang up. So then we see Andy at the precinct. She get Fatima out. She tell her that Robin, pull some strings and stuff like that, because he that boss bitch or whatever, or that boss nigga, like whatever. She like, well, I need to call Zach. She like, about that, Zach is in jail too, girl. You ain't seeing walk through. And so she like, girl, no, I was in the female side. He was in the male side or whatever like that. So she was like, oh, okay, you right. I forgot, because I be pretending to be a lawyer sometimes. But they ain't say all that. But she was like, well, what happened, Andy? I told you not to tell Zach. She was like, I ain't tell him. He had came up there and Hayden had told him. So she was like, oh my God. But I gotta go back to the office. I gotta get my office phone or whatever, because they got all my contacts in there. And so then she was like, all right, well, we could go back to the office. And she was like, but first, can you get me in to see Zach? And so she was like, maybe I can pull some strings or whatever. So she was like, all right, bet. So then Fatima go ahead and sit down or whatever like that. And then, child, why she put her purse on the floor? I said, oh no, we don't do that. You supposed to put it in the chair beside you, girl. That's bad luck. I don't do that. But anyway, at the grocery store with Bree and them, Bree, does she leave a message? Bree leaves her a message. I don't know. Oh, she was calling Andy. Child, I be writing in half. Don't come for me. Bree leaves Andy a message saying like, we go at the grocery store, we about to head over to your house or whatever like that. And so it's these two African ladies, they following Bree and Danny. Of course, Danny realizes that Bree is oblivious, child. She be in her own goddamn world. But Danny turns around and is like, excuse me, like, why y'all following us? Like, what did you want? And so the lady was like, I just want to get your picture. So Danny was like, why the fuck you want to get my picture? She was like, oh, no, not you. I want to get her picture because she is so beautiful and I'm surprised to see her in person. So she was like, what? What did you talk about? And so she was like, you are on the cover of our country's magazine, our country's newspaper. So she was like, what? So then Danny takes the girl phone and then it said, has the Prince, I don't know if it said his first name, but Prince Bayou had found his future wife or whatever like that. And so she was like, what? Prince? So that's how it pretty much ended. Child, He a prince child. That's why he got that 34 million in the bank. Not $34, not 34 cents. Millions, okay, in his bank account. So Bree better jump on that. Ain't he cute? Double time. Anyway, y'all, that was the end of the episode. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about the episode down there in them comments. I hope y'all enjoyed this recap review. If y'all did, please go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to hit the share button. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I drop new videos. All right, y'all. Until next time.